we felt it was fake, so we didn't go with it.
The game didn't charge me for that either. I still have $6,000.
Hampton Harper, yes. Yeah, we could show you the map. I guess I could pull it up again. Although I already closed the minis work. The start of the stream, if you scroll back, is the map. So I'd do that for next. When's the next update? When QMA pushes it to us, if we don't see it tomorrow, it'll be next week. So we'll see.
My video finished rendering, so I am now live as well.
Send me, paste. Oh, there it is. Never mind.
I did paste it.
Put it in the description here. There it is.
Meanwhile, I get to have fun over here popcorning and laying less than ideal.
The American truck devs
segments.
give content in sets of 3 and works pretty well. I agree. Yeah, we want to do like themed packs, like per railroad or per thing, and make it a thing when the update happens, so it can be kind of themed. That's the ultimate goal. But that'll be a minute out. I mean, we have some fleshing out to do the tech tree first, so. Anyway. Canada narrow engine? Sure. You got to see the 2102. Very cool. I've seen pictures. It looks cool. How are you and the team doing emotionally? We're fine. We are doing well now. A couple weeks ago was a bit tenuous, but these days we're actually quite happy and excited about the progress that we're making and what's coming next. We are beyond the issues, as it were.
Meanwhile, I'm over here fighting to get these bridge segments to lay in.
Have I watched any videos of the Western Maryland 1309? Yes, I have. God, that's I can't believe they finally finished that thing. That was the project that would never end, and for rightful reason. I mean, if you're restoring or unarticulated, it's just a huge challenge. God, look at that bridge transition. Okay, Clown really knows what he's doing. Anyway. They try and get the porter up on the flat here. We got a switch lined against us here, so we want to get as close to it as we can without derailing, so that we don't have a hard time on the start up there. And that's about perfectly spotted, I'd say. Get some more fuego going. Okay, Pharma, are you gonna run up with the climax next?
Yeah,
or
well,
what
I'm just running around the iron mine loop now to get it going backwards into the logging camp, because you have to go backwards in there.
Oh, so you're already running up to the logging camp with the climax then. Okay,
Yep,
I'm gonna come
it'll
up.
be super slow.
That's fair. I'm at the logging camp, or not the logging camp. I'm at the sawmill with the porter and the 2 hoppers, and I'm chasing after you now. So I should be able to get on in a little bit here with you. So.
So, Pharma, you were talking about how people build these interesting bridges with extended and other track laying tools. You were saying that they just do it by laying an overlength segment, and then it generates with no feet?
No. If you have to generate an underlength segment to generate with no feet for the steel bridge, which means you have to do it one segment at a time. If you're using Railroads Extended, what you can do is you can force each segment to be underlength.
Okay. So you can
build
lay
the entire
the...
thing as one connected spline.
Okay.
What are my thoughts on 11.5-inch narrow gauge? That's 600mm gauge, not 11.5-inch. And I mean, it's a silly way to skirt around the FRA considerations. Will we have SP narrow gauge? Yes, we have plenty of SP narrow gauge locomotives on the tree. Joe Prosper, is a lot of team in college, and what will summer bring? Some of the team is in college, sure. Some of them are out of college and long out of college, like me. But yeah, hopefully we'll get some more implementation there.
Did you just call yourself old?
I did. I'm not that old, but I'm slightly old. Are there
From
plans
the
to add
few
a
team members who've
speedo?
told me their age, you're older than they are.
Right. Yeah, I'm older than most of my viewers. That's true. Is there plans to add a speedo to the UI? Yes, with the spline update. I've told Kime we should do that. Looks so dang good. And you're asking about a locomotive. It's not 3-foot gauge, so sorry. What time is it for me? 9:44 p.m.
Oh, mountain time.
It's Pacific time, but you don't have daylight savings time.
Whatever, same difference.
4012 is the second active UP Big Boy. No, it's not steamed up, so it looks nice, but it's not steamed up. When signs are added, will there be custom text? Yes, they will be. How will the UI work? We don't know. It'll be an implementation thing. Are we going to buy a new engine? Maybe we will. I don't know. I hear a climax near me. I'm not sure where you are.
So I thought it might be out of render
Oh,
distance slightly.
I see your butt end. We're right next to each other right now.
Yeah, I did the passing whistle.
Good man. Okay, I've now done it too. I don't know what 5 gauges are. Narrow gauge trams, probably not. Just getting your comp sci degree at 37. Well, hey, Mark, you probably getting the most out of it. I always thought that the people that came to college older really knew what they wanted, rather than the people that came right out of high school like me, so. No +1 for the fire out. Well, we didn't run out of pressure, so it was fine.
Nothing ran out of fire.
Yeah, nothing ran out of fire, exactly. Do we also get a speedometer if you're running it without the UI? No, because none of these engines had speedometers, so.
No, you'll count posts and you'll like it, and you'll make sure you have to place your posts exactly 100 meters apart.
Right.
100 yards, excuse you? This is America?
The new cars shown in Discord are going to be added probably with the full spline update. We don't know for sure. The render distance is going to double with the spline update. You'll have kilometer render distance, which is a quarter of the map as the client. Love the soundtrack. Thank you. Appreciate that. What FR rails does 600mm skirt? The every single one. The FRA only regulates 2-foot gauge and more, so 600mm gauge is half-inch or whatever shy of 2 foot. So it's not FRA regulated. So that's that. Anyways, I'm leaving the porter at the iron mine, and I'm going to run over the mountain towards you at the logging camp.
Yeah, if you just go straight up, you'll probably still beat me there.
Fair enough. Welsh Highland Railway is 597mm gauge, longest narrow gauge railway in the UK. Oh, very cool. The 4012 was certified by the FRA able to run, which makes her active. I would love to see whatever foamer forum you found that detail on, and please cite it, and I will tell you how you're wrong. Brazil gauge, best gauge, 1600mm gauge. That's quite wide. Hearing the climax of Sync's chuff sounds. Yeah, I did beat you here. I'm here. The climax, I need to get separate geared chuff sounds, but thankfully I've got a source at a logging locomotive railway that can get me some high quality chuff sounds. So that should come hopefully soon. I hear you. Yes, you're stopping at the station, so blow 3.
What?
He just said,
Sorry, you threw some jargon at me.
You called station stop with a 1 long whistle, and I'm feigning as your conductor, telling you to stop, so you blow 3 short whistles, saying that you're
Okay,
stopping
it's just
at
you
the
said
station.
blow 3. I wasn't sure if I was blowing 3 short or 3 long.
Oh, fair. Have you considered adding one or more of those rail motor carriages? The one where it's basically a bus converted to a self-propelled passenger carriage? You mean the geese? Call them the geese. Yes, we're probably going to add the geese. We don't know yet, but probably the geese. The geese.
Anyway, I want to try and Dutch the back 2 cars in if you want to jump on those and try and stop them as they get over the cranes.
Sure. Okay, yeah, you've already got pin bolts. Yep.
I was going to attempt a solo drop. Because that's just how you have to run with the climax. You have to save what time you can.
Yeah, seriously. It's slow until it's fast. Oh, wow. Was there one of these brakes tied? You had one brake tied already. Could you come shove me? I'm all stopped up here. I was surprised that the, Okay, perfect. I was surprised that I applied a little brake and it, like, did a lot. It's because the, Oh, Christ. Well, we tried to Dutch it. Yeah. You wanna come knuckle in?
Knuckles,
Hang
what?
on, I'm getting a delivery. I'll be right back.
Yes, Heist, I will knuckle in myself. Gotcha.
Knuckles, when?
Can't when. Sorry, I have one verbiage sentence that I use, and it is knuckle in. The reverser is inside of Pharma, so I guess we'll go backwards, and that's it. You can tell I've played enough derail Valley when I tried and teleport out of the cab with F.
It is technically the same key for getting in and out of the locomotive, so...
It's true.
It's close. Close, but no cigar.
Is this thing on a grade? Is there any way that I can somehow highlight the reverser with Pharma standing where he is? I think there is. Player collision is too strong. He's got the Johnson bar up his... Well, we won't go there.
Can you not hop in the UI? Is he in the UI?
Oh, he's in the UI, yeah. Did the IRL Porter Company ever make anything in standard gauge? Oh, yes, they made plenty of stuff in standard gauge. Damn. Will the old tank blow up if full? No. Here in Brazil, you use third rail bar with 1600 millimeters, 1000 millimeters, so both can be used. Metric guns with 1600 millimeter cars. Oh yeah, no, they do that actually in we do that in the States. We had 3-foot gauge and standard gauge put together, and Pharma's apparently back. So I'm gonna pull this thing ahead.
Just do a bit of a burnout there.
Well, yeah, I forgot it was the climax.
Quarter car. Anywhere there.
Stop. The whistle's just low pitched. Got it.
If you want to start loading those, I'll move the climax in position to transload from those onto the bat cars.
Sure, sounds good.
I love the fact that I've been in here for 15 minutes and no one said hello.
No, Michael, I've known you've been in here. I was waiting for you to say something, but
I
you
pressed
haven't.
the password in the channel you could see.
Yeah, you could come play if you'd like.
Oh yeah, I know.
We need more people to run the locomotives.
Yeah, it would actually be helpful, but anyway. Broad gauge Betsy. Yes, broad gauge Betsy exists, and I've seen it. Anyway, the climax's number is 3. You just have to do some math to get there. Yes, actually, Yuri shed... Oh, I can't. I can't spell your name. Or pronounce your name. I think it's Erie Scheidegger or Scheidegger. Could you make a video on Rails? There's so many kinds, not even talking about Gauge. Yes, I'm planning on talking about Rails actually in my next 101 series video, because in order to talk about switches and signals and interlockings, I kind of have to talk about track. So that's going to be my next 101 kind of video. Hello, Tyler. Doing well. Buy some HK Porter bolt cutters. I mean, if you're going to. Electric locomotives going to be in the game? Are they going to be wholly industrial? See. When is the public night? The last public night was a disaster, so I don't know if we'll do another one. We'll see. It'll probably be a little bit more organized and a little bit less public if we do a public night. It might be a reach out to several members of the Discord and see if they want to play kind of thing. So if you want to be involved in a public night on the ES&D or railroad operations kind of thing, perhaps join my Discord, and then you may see when the next things happen.
We should partner with a charity and do a raffle.
Yeah, basically, or do a raffle for charity.
Or we could skip the charity part and keep the money for ourselves. Ah ha ha ha.
No, we do things the right way here.
Yeah, come on, Mickley. That's how you lose karma in Fallout.
Or you just troll people in the game updates channel. That's how you lose karma.
I think that's how you lose head mod.
We haven't talked about this over voice chat. I know I just talked about it in text chat, but I was very frustrated when I saw that happen. And we probably should have talked about this on voice chat some other time, but yeah. No, that is a holy... The game updates channel is a holy place.
Yep, I have been
Respect it as a holy
sufficiently
place.
reprimanded. Now I just gotta wait for the next person to troll so I can pretend like I never did it.
Alright, I'm in where you need me.
There's a Eureka at the sawmill, which is not at the sawmill. It is vaguely near the smelter. Look at the Minusorg link in the channel to find where the thing is. But yeah, there's a Eureka that needs loaded with beams and lumber to go to the iron mine. If you'd be so
No,
kind.
Eureka's in front of the loading platform.
Oh, well, I pronounced that guy's name right. Well, that's good. This is track picture onto level 2. No, it won't be like that. I don't think we'll do a 10 levels for track, just because I came up with an outline for what I wanted for a track, and I couldn't come up with like 10 real levels. It'll just be a Railroad 101 video, and we won't do the 10 levels thing. The 10
Level
levels
1.
thing is
Track is what trains run on. Level 2.
Level 0's track is for trains, and level 1, it's made up of rails and sleepers or ties. Yeah, no, we won't do that. It won't have levels. I don't
Ties
think.
contain creosote to help them against wear and tear.
Actually, I didn't even think about creosote, because you just buy them creosoted. You don't even like think about it. But anyway, Tyler Owens, you're having trouble staying motivated to play RO. Well, that's understandable right now. I mean, shit, we're waiting for the big update. So I mean, if you're struggling to find motivation, take a break and wait for the update would be my advice. I mean, there's no sense in plowing on to not have much of a change. You got your Switch, go back and get in the loco. Alright, oh, you got your Switch. That's fine too.
Sorry, I was already there.
Alright. Got a Lincoln pin in your car. Bring him back. I don't know, 10.
Uh-oh.
Did you run out of fire?
No. I can't stop these on the 6%.
Really? Well, bye. Bye, Pharma. Even
have
with
stuff?
reverse bar and throttle? Not full, but throttle?
I think 4 logs on 6% is over tonnage for climax. Okay, Game, I have 2 brakes on cars now. Why the hell aren't you stopping?
Get brakes on all the cars.
We now have all brakes, everything. We're still moving.
6% is steep. It's very steep.
We're slowing down. Hang on.
Are we gonna add the 4014? No, we're not. But we're gonna add a big goddamn thing. Look at. Pay attention to the channel tomorrow. We're gonna have a premiere tomorrow, and it's gonna be a big thing.
Alright, I
And
stopped
it's gonna
us.
talk about the big thing. All right, I've ran down and caught you. I'm kicking off brakes. We're knocking off brakes back here, and falling off bridges as well. Doing a little both.
So let's just 050 those over to the downhill.
Hand of God time? Gotcha.
All right, all the brakes are off, so you should be able to accelerate back up.
No, we won't accelerate. We're over tonnage. Like you saw, I even had to put down some groundwork to stop.
Oh shit. I see that. 4 cars a log is over tonnage for the climax?
6%. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's over tonnage, because if it wasn't over tonnage, then we wouldn't have needed to like apply car brakes as well as Carmax brakes. We would have just been able to go back up.
No, tonnage is different than braking. Those are 2 different things.
Not according to the game.
Well, I'm slowly working my way back onto the rails here with sand and full throttle against these 4 cars. So now salute is only 5%.
Bye, Mick. Ah!
Oh, hello there.
We've made at least 1 full rotation of the engine. Turn off the sander and it immediately explodes. That's
Sounds like something
Kinda-
the Climax would do.
kind of how it works, but not really.
Do you like my bridge,
Yeah,
AC?
Yes, it is a very, very big bridge.
A very, very floaty bridge.
Does it have enough float to unsink the Titanic, though?
Probably. At this height, probably. I just gotta figure out
Yeah, at this
if
point
I
I'm just
wanna.
oh fuck's sake.
Hey, crash!
When did you last
Yep.
save?
He didn't.
Didn't. Yep. So it'll be from fresh.
Ugh.
See, guys, this is why you play Brakeman instead of play Engineer.
Well,
Okay. Server is loading. Stream is able to see things again. So yeah, we had the F turn camera bug, which I've had like a handful of times, and it ended the chunk of stream. So I guess I'll take this time to go use the restroom. Be right back.
you didn't leak the password, did you?
No, you blacked the stream first.
I did. I blacked the stream like a smart man.
So, stream, when Heist gets back, I want you to start spamming in the chat to increase the Heist Crash to game counter by 1. Yes, but see, Kiwi Gamerine, we are not smart people.
Square peg and round hole.
Indeed. I get to lay 100 more little bridge splines all over again. Because that didn't take me 20 minutes.
Hey, what are you talking about? You like doing it.
You loved it.
Again, I love repetition.
Ah. Back to where I started.
Yep.
The different physics options change the amount that the cars weigh when loaded. So like realistic physics, you'll have realistic weights, and then whatever the other options are, it's like 25, 50, and 75% of weights. And then obviously the 0%, meaning that weighted weighs the same as loaded weighs the same as unloaded.
Yoink.
Alright.
Anyways, me going back to my mega bridge. Chat, should it be I don't know the name of different types of bridges, but should the supports be like the rounded arch underneath, or should it be the squiggles on top?
I
The
believe
triangle.
the term is arch bridge or girder bridge.
Yeah, pick one of those.
I mean,
I'm gonna be a little Mexican girl and say, why not have both?
I think it'd look stupid with both, wouldn't it?
It's gonna look stupid regardless.
oh yeah, but to be fair, there's no kill like overkill.
Well, I suppose there's also the whole option of um, the the other one where it's like the Golden Gate Bridge. I don't know what kind of bridge that's called.
Suspension.
Suspension bridge, yeah.
We don't have anything that really acts like ropes though.
I can lay steel bridge to look like ropes.
I just think about how fat that's gonna be.
Extra thick. Oh hey, there's a rail line here. Cool.
Just notice the Climax doesn't have anything you can actually open in here except for the hatch. Oh, no, you can do the windows, it's just they don't highlight.
Well, I'm not surprised that I come back to see the train is gone.
Don't worry, you'll
And-
be in the logging camp.
Oh, good. Yes, everyone, I am okay. I got upstairs and one of our two dogs was refusing to go poopy, and I had to go help him. So I had to go take him outside and watch him, and he had to have me watch him go poopy. So, anyways,
Kind of weird.
increase the high crashing gain counter by 1. Yeah, I guess. I mean, that's a fair thing. How many times have we crashed to 1? Yeah.
So the new goal for this series is to get Heiss's screen just completely covered in counters.
Covered with stupid things.
Yep.
What are you
I
watching
mean,
right now? Well, actually, it's a bunch of memes, and we'll be notified when a meme happens.
Right. I need
My
to.
goodness.
I've got the counter up on screen now, but I need to make it a text file so I can add returns to it. I didn't do that in my off time, so. So, Michael, I must ask you, why did you go with AC6000CW, the proper name, when you're in game, but just AC6000 otherwise?
It was the only thing that was available at the time.
Some other foamer beat you to AC6000?
More or less.
Every single one of my comments has just been increase the counter by 1. Did you guys say nothing but that the entire time I was gone?
We didn't say anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
Ah, okay. That's all you said. Got it. Well, they're being good minions.
We're just thinking about the content, you know?
The content. Think of the content. All
Like,
right,
what do
let
the
me
users want to see? They want to see more derail counters. They want to see more farmer flameouts.
Actually, on the topic of content, what if we made Con and Dapper try to figure out this world?
Oh God.
Like, just sent
They-
them an
they don't
empty
like-
world, and like, hey, have fun.
They don't like building. They don't like building stuff. Building stuff episodes don't do well for them. They wouldn't want to do it.
Oh
It would
well.
be fun to invite them to this world for an episode to show them what we've built. They might be up for that, but them having
Perhaps.
to build it, and I can resonate with them. Building episodes are a long time to film and edit, and then people aren't interested in them that much. There's some people who are looking for tips and tricks that it helps, but there's better people out there in shorter format like Clown rather than like laying a line to an industry. So it just doesn't do that well in YouTube for him. So
You know,
Fair
like I will
enough.
say, like Dapper's last Railroads Online video was my roller coaster. And think about
Yeah,
how long
no.
ago that was.
that was a while ago. But it's definitely Railroads Online. Everyone's kind of waiting for the Spline update for content updates. And I mean, I'm kind of there because it's like I could make an episode about me running oil barrels to the freight depot, but none of my Railroads Online videos do any good. They don't make any, like, they don't get views. It's just what it is. No,
Just
my
become a stream game.
right. So the obviously the update videos do very well when I talk about the Spline update, but that's because everyone's excited about the update and they want to see what's coming next. But yeah, no, just me playing the game as it sits, no, that doesn't do well at all. So I don't know, we'll see.
But anyway, I got the climax doing the loop at the Iron Mine now. We've just got there.
Oh, yeah, good. I'm way ahead of you, so I'll have a chance to update my my thing when I get to the log camp, hopefully.
Everything's still in shambles over here because we lost that.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Alright, Eureka, where are you?
Probably
It's
at
on
the
the
Iron
bridge
Mine.
at the Iron Mine. It's 4 cars that just like kind of sprawled out everywhere.
How are things looking for the next 4 months? I couldn't tell you. I mean, we're hoping to finish the final Spline update maybe in the next month or two, and then beyond that, we're still working on publicizing the final roadmap. So, and we got to get QMA's buy-in on it too. So we know what we want, but we got to make sure it's what QMA is planning on and what he's, you know, able to do too. So it's kind of an interesting working relationship. But we'll see. Can you do loop-de-loops in the new Spline update? No.
We don't know that for sure yet.
We don't know that for sure, but I'm going to say no. I'm going to say
gonna
no
if
and then be
the
pleasantly surprised
Track
if it
like
happens.
is aggressively facing upwards as it is with the current splines. Probably not. I mean,
Aggressively
procedural
facing
switches
upwards.
would get us there, but then we lost those.
Yeah, procedural switches will be coming about a month behind the spline update. Should we not go after anything else? So, we'll see. Hype for new map. New map will be later as well. The new map concept that's been proposed is probably going to get sliced in half based on primarily testing. We've been testing stuff, and it looks like, yeah, we'll probably have to do 8x8s to start. It looks like 16x16 is going to be a little bit much, so...
Technically, that's cutting it in 4.
Well, half by side length, 4 by area, yeah. But anyway.
Math.
Right. What are my PC specs? I have a Intel i7 8700K. It's not overclocked. With a Radeon 6700 XT, 32 gigs of RAM. That should be everything you need to know. QMA is the main programmer. Yeah, QMA is the sole owner of the game. I mean, it's really QMA's game. So, anyways, I'm at the logging camp ready for you whenever, Pharma. I'm gonna save while I'm up here.
Probably a good
The
idea.
climax is moving. It's somewhere.
It's somewhere.
Obviously, I'm not watching it.
This map didn't take that long to make. This map took maybe a month to make. If that, and most of that was first time procedure of coming up with what to do with trees and how to do industries and stuff. I mean, it wasn't any map thing. It's first time implementation, so.
On.
Oh yeah, rocketry's still gonna be a thing.
Okay, I said I was gonna fix my my thing.
Your thing with the stuff?
My thing with the stuff, the derail counter being a text file.
Alright, there you go, AC. Your consist is ready.
Gotcha. I'm on my way up.
Now let's see if I can still beat the climax top of the hill. I'm betting I can.
I bet you can. I still haven't seen it up here yet. How long would it take to make a new map using our existing tools just with new terrain? The new terrain doesn't take long. I mean, to do a map this size, you could do it in a day. I mean, you really could. It's not hard. That's for me, and I've made custom maps for games before, so. Anyway.
The only game I've made maps for was a real-time strategy game. So I'm not sure if that's a comparable experience.
Maybe, maybe not. Love for heistness content, thank you. How would you judge speed on trains without a speedometer? Usually they would count the telegraph poles on the wayside, and you've made it before the climax. Obviously, you're here. They'd count the telegraph poles on the wayside, and they were spaced at such a way that you could then do math with your pocket watch and figure out how fast you're going. And the musician nerds like me can figure out how fast the locomotive is chuffing, and then we can figure out the speed based on that and the wheel diameter. So, the dev community interaction in this game is incredible. Well, thank you. It's a big compliment. Thank you. Got back into model trains. Great. In the past, did they just ever let trains go off on their own? Not intentionally.
Australians have done it.
Wasn't there a movie about
Except
this?
Except for the Australians. Yes, the Australians actually do have, on the Robe River Iron, they have a autonomous train that is fully autonomous. It goes and it runs itself until it
Uh,
breaks. So, and then it needs.
It's actually semi-autonomous.
Is it really? All right, Michael. If you know more about it as a pleb than me in the train control industry, please state your case.
Well, I saw a couple videos on it. Basically, when it's at the port to get unloaded, it's under manual control, but it runs automatically from that yard out to the mine. It loads itself, comes back, and then goes back into manual.
Gotcha. So for everything except loading, it is automatic. Which
Unloading.
Is,
Unloading.
yeah, it's or unloading. It's autonomous for all that, which is impressive as hell.
Yeah, I don't really see it taking off, especially in like populated areas.
No, for sure not. Yeah.
Because I mean, you can put lidar on it. You can put all this technology in there. A computer can't adapt as quickly as a human can.
Yet.
Well, you say that, but that's what the industry's going for. So, oh lordy, I
Well, the
unhooked
thing is, are they?
early. Hey, take him ahead. Ahead
No,
one.
we're putting the back 4 in this time.
Oh, okay. Well, then back another half. That'll do. You'll be able to
All
tell a 10-foot, 15-foot difference. Radioisotopics, the telegraph poles are, I mean, it's not that you're talking about a 10, 15-foot difference. They're at a uniform spacing, and you're just counting the number of them as you go by. And that's what the railroad did for years. I mean, most of the locomotives ever didn't have speedos for a reason, so...
It would also be more reliable to tell your speed by, like, a stationary object and how many you're passing.
Well,
We
they
get-
are stationary is the thing. They're stationary objects that you're passing.
Can we get another
Will
save?
livestock be a thing? Yes. Yeah, well, why not while we're here?
I just feel like that's good practice.
Yep, yeah, I should have saved in the last one and didn't.
All right, I'm heading down to the sawmill.
Yeah, it's a bit like the difference between recording your speed with, like, the speedometer in your car and recording the speed by how fast the GPS says you're moving.
Alright, that's the first 2 loaded.
keep
Transload
going.
them. Yep. They've actually started putting drivers back on the train in Australia because they found it was faster and safer to have an actual engineer on it than having it be automatic. That's unsurprising.
I
Is
mean,
there any
that
difference?
does. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say that does actually make sense. You know, to have someone on board instead of waiting 2 or 3 hours for someone to drive out to fix something.
Yeah, if it's one train or a handful of trains, it's different than if it was if you had a fully automatic railroad and then you had to go and respond to, a region of where incidents may happen, kind of thing. So,
Mm-hmm.
is there any difference between a steam locomotive reversing versus forward, or is it entirely just valve timing? Oh, yeah, no, valve timing is how it gets set, forwards versus reverse. But no, there's no difference one way or another, as far as the valve timing. I mean, unless it's biased one way or another, which is typically stupid, but yeah. Now, if you're set evenly, there's no difference forwards and reverse as far as the valve timing goes. But I mean, obviously, if you have like a 260 versus a 262, I mean, if you don't have a truck on one end, you're not going to track as easily in reverse as you do forwards, so... So the whole point of lead trucks or trailing trucks is to guide you through corners. All in the case of trailing trucks, it's more about way to firebox, but I mean, you know, it also helps you guide you through corners when you're going reverse. So. Have I heard any music by Les Stroud? No, I haven't. I didn't know he did music. There, he looks awesome. Yeah, it's really high up. It is neat, but yeah, it's very high up. That's the whole point of the hardcore map. Europe sometimes had a dynamometer car which could measure speed as long as other things. Yeah, I think that some railroads had those back in the days in the States too, but I mean, it wasn't that common. These days, there's track geometry cars which are ridiculous, and you'd be surprised at how crazy they are. I mean, you can run one of those things down the track at 60 miles an hour, and it'll tell you if a spike is sticking out of the tie plate by an inch too much. At 60 miles an hour, it'll point out exactly what tie needs exactly which spike driven in another inch, which is kind of insane. So, yeah, why did all the track inspectors get fired? Because there's a very smart bi-level passenger car that knows how to do it without them. Lordy. Anyway, yeah, bring him back another half car. We're fully loaded. That'll do. Take him ahead. I'm going to save while we're here. We are saved. It's all on you, Pharma.
Also, I can appreciate the name of this railroad too.
It was a viewer's name.
AC, are we climax coming down from Logcamp? Are we lined in?
No.
Could you do that?
There's, I'm kind of a little ways away from the mine right now.
I'll prepare emergency brakes later.
Yeah, I'm kind of at the opposite end of the grade.
Yeah, so in theory, I shouldn't need to brake except for exactly 3 corners.
Good Christ, we are going fast.
There's the first one of them coming up there. You can see it.
Again, God,
It's a
we're going,
triple
we're
caution,
going
left free.
so fast.
You know, you say that now, but in future, I don't think it's going to be that fast.
That's true, yeah. As you'll find out tomorrow, Armagon found a high-stepping locomotive for the tech tree. I am so freaking excited.
What is that?
Oh?
Do I have to wait till tomorrow to find out what the heck that means?
Yes.
We can spoil it on stream right now. So
Hmm.
the current... Oh my god, I fell off. Oh my god, I fell off. Okay, bye, train. Bye, train.
Goodbye.
Bye, train. I got yeeted off. Okay. Bye-bye. That's how fast the climax is going. Anyway, I guess I'll try and run over the mountain and catch it on the downhill. Maybe that's the thing. Anyway, the current biggest locomotive, or biggest drivered locomotive in the tech tree, had 49-inch driving wheels. And driving wheels are not the only say in how fast a locomotive can go, but they are the primary. Oh, good God, you're going so fast! You're already going past here. Holy crap! Anyway, well, that was hilarious. But anyway, as you'll find out in the tech tree video tomorrow, did you?
The car
And he's
couldn't
gone.
take it! The car couldn't take it!
He got spicy. It's not on camera, so oh well.
Oh.
God.
Anyways, now that we're back to normal programming here, oh, you only lost one car. You seem fine. Where did you lose the car?
About 20 cars back. 40 cars back, somewhere in that area.
All right, I'm gonna go in third person and run on the trestle and see. Tyler Owens, don't engage that individual. I'm ready to ban them from my stream if they have anything else to say. So, anyway, yeah. So the current biggest drivered locomotive in game is a 49-inch drivered locomotive, and yeah, the next biggest in game after the V6 update is 55 and 1/8. He found a 3-foot gauge 440 with 55 and 1/8 inch drivers. I didn't see the damn car anywhere I was running from. You must have lost it before I'd gotten to where you were, unless it's clipped through the bridge somewhere.
It'll be off on the right side as we're coming up, I think.
Okay, well, we'll have to see. Now,
But yeah, cars derail before the engine does. Proof of concept.
Nice. Did you die?
yes. No, I didn't
You
die.
kind of cut out there for a second. Like
I
just
did cut out there for a
abruptly
second.
cut off.
People were being shitty in my chat for a minute, and I had to take some actions. So I had
Gotcha.
to focus away from the stream because there it is. Yeah, it was right before I got on. That's funny. Half the screen of text. Yeah, we'll make it smaller at some point, but I figured out how to import a text file, so I'm feeling proud of myself. So, aren't most of the drivers in the tech tree shorter than 2 feet? No, most of them are about 3 foot to 3.5 foot, between 36-inch and 42-inch. Big drivers on the narrow gauge are 48. So the fact that Armagon found something that was 55 inches, I mean, that's a massive drive wheel on the narrow gauge, and that's gonna scoot. That's gonna go fast.
How big are Betsy's drivers?
24.
24. And the Eureka are 40?
Eurekas are 40s, I think. 40s or 44s.
I thought they were 42s.
42s. It's somewhere in there. I can never remember. I'm trying to remember 6,000 locomotives worth of details, so.
Oh, that's right. You're a train nerd.
Yeah, pretty much. Yes, I use OBS. It's an ancient version of OBS. I should really change over to Streamlabs probably, but
I still use the desktop version of OBS.
me too. That's what I'm using right now. But yeah, I don't know if Betsy's drivers are 2 feet exactly, but that's what I've heard. So I'm not the history expert or the folio sheet expert. I just kind of know how they work. So
We'll have to summon Armagon then.
yeah, pretty much. He would know. He's got the spreadsheet.
He's got a spreadsheet.
Am I gonna build a gravity line on this map? This is already kind of a gravity map.
Yeah, but anyways, the pond doesn't actually need any logs for now, so I'll just dump these at the iron mine in one of the lanes somewhere.
Are you sure?
Well,
it's
it
not
has
like
logs in it, and the outputs are full.
It's not full on logs though. 6 cars is only 36, and it doesn't. I don't think it was close to 100 out of 100. But yeah, if it makes it easier to dump these off at something else, that's fine. But
Yeah, because like we need to start running cordwood to actually start generating iron products at some point, and that's going to be a bit of a trip to get out there.
gotcha.
So yeah, I'll just probably dump them off in the end of the reversing loop.
Eureka's drive wheels are not that big. We get a lot bigger than Eureka. That's what we were just talking about. Eureka's are about 42, and we've got 55s on the tree as of tomorrow. So
Yeah, block on the right. Heist can't see it, but it's block. It's there.
the block, yeah, the block is there for the clients. Kate, I will take your apology, but yeah, we're not taking jokes on that front in any rate, form, or shape right now. So
I'd venture to say
I-
ever, other than better than
ever.
right now.
Yeah, I could understand how not understanding some of the details could lead you to make humor that way. I mean, I could see the connection. I could understand where you'd make humor that way, but there's a brilliant point in comedy about not punching down in comedy. The smart thing to do is to not punch down at anyone else and always punch up. And anytime you are making a joke that is any way tangentially related to how one person is in existence as who they are, and you're making a joke based on that, you are punching down, and that is never acceptable. And that is why I will time you out or ban you out from my stream right away, because you need to respect humans as humans. End. Period. That is the discussion. That's it. I will take no other answers. Thanks. So, anyway.
Does
that's
this
that.
extend
Sorry
to
for
your
the-
mom jokes?
Well, those have a special place in irony that people tend to understand, but sometimes those can be really hateful too. So, I mean, I
Fair.
understand your context. So,
Fair.
Anyway. Mikados are 51-inch drivers? I don't think you're right. 51-inch? What Mikado? I mean, a standard gauge Mikado probably has 51-inch drivers, but yeah, most of them have 44s or 42s.
Oh, so we're
190s
talking
have 48.
Japanese
So
now.
that's cool.
So anyway, we added the song "Doing Your Mom" by Fatty Spins to the soundtrack.
No, Smells Like Kenosha is playing if you feel like binning it.
We're driving on your
Yes,
line, so it's all up to chance.
Fair. Yes, I've heard of the AA20, the 414-4. I'm quite familiar with it. People always bring it up as the end-all be-all.
Oh, the Switch record.
What am I gonna do? A live stream of me making South Almost a Kool-Aid. That'll be a Twitch stream.
But anyway, Mickley needs money, so start running Iron. That's the money maker.
Oh, it's cadet as in recruit. Sorry about that. Yeah, no, I'm not sure how I didn't understand that. Apologies. Dry sort yard or wet sort yard for logging? I don't know. Is
Technically,
the
the
whole
logs.
train world still? Is the whole train world entirely still imperial, or has metric managed to penetrate some of it? Yes. If you maintain a General Electric diesel locomotive in this day and age, you have to have metric tools.
Can we get a
If you
save?
Yeah, I saved just a minute ago, but like actually literally a minute ago. But you have another save.
Thank
I
you.
didn't tell you. So I need to update the derail count. What derailed? What did I miss?
A log
Oh,
car.
Pharma. Yeah, you binned one log car, didn't you?
I mean, you're
I'll
the
get a-
brakeman who fell off, lol.
You were running. I wasn't on the train, so your fault.
We seem to have a history of throwing brakemen off cliffs.
Tristan stayed on. And his run was even spicier because it was the inaugural run before I figured out where I needed to brake.
Oh wow. Okay, I see Clown's reasoning for this because I can edit this text file, save it, and then it automatically updates. That's very fun. But now I need to update the total because we have 10. We have 21 now. Yeah.
21.
Words are hard. How many engines on the map? 3. And money's okay. How can we bid it here? Well, most of the track is quite nice.
Alright, I'm coming back up to the mine.
Keyword most of
Yep.
the track.
Every bin is user error, so
Pretty much. Yeah, I was gonna say, Duluth, northern Minnesota, 51-inch, at a 282. I doubt that's I doubt Is that really 3-foot gauge? I'd be surprised if it's 3-foot gauge at 51-inch drivers. Those are huge, huge drivers for 3-foot gauge.
What? I just got, like, randomly yeeted off the side of my bridge.
Good God, Heist, your track is spicy.
I like picante track.
I just saw Heist like completely wobble going slowly over some of these curves.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're meant for 17 miles an hour, no more, no less. That it's barely out of yard limit speed. You got bamboozled by Wikipedia. That's unsurprising. Well, I guess Pharma's doing that stuff. I guess I can go load some iron ore and run it, make some money.
To the
'Cause you'll
user who
presumably-
asked how much money we have in total, no clue. I have 1,600
We've-
bucks.
We've made enough to buy a Eureka, a Climax, so you can assume we've made $6,000, $7,000.
We're probably over 9,000.
Over 9,000.
Yeah, we're probably over 9,000. Yeah, we're probably over 9,000.
Yeah, the hoppers are expensive, man.
That's true. They're 1,000 apiece. We have 2 of them, so yeah, we're probably over 9,000.
2,900 Eureka, 5,650 Climax.
Do the math. Although, how much of that was people's starting cash? But yeah.
Well, that counts as money made. We had to make that money so we could start with it.
Is there anywhere to learn about locos like the Mexican 2882 without having to search for old forums with little info? Yeah, searching old specification books and plan sets and things that are not in English and university and library stuff. There's a reason that we have a dedicated researcher role for Railroads Online in the Discord. It's because you can't find a lot of the stuff that we look up and use readily because it's a pain in the butt to find. So,
Nice, quick confirmation on what is the numbering schema of the hopper cars.
HPNS, H101, H102. So we need H103 next.
Okay.
Four and a half foot gauge. They mean 4 foot 8.5 inches is what they mean. Experts, not the internet, precisely.
Come on,
That's
Lucas.
WebMD said I had cancer. I demand radioisometric therapy right now.
Pretty much.
Come on, Putis. You can do it.
The put. Betsy does look cute when hauling. Betsy looks cute when hauling anything. Because Betsy is sad. I accidentally overloaded by one. Oh well, we'll survive. Saved, and I'm gonna run down the hill with
$20,
Betsy.
It's $20.
You might want to hold up there, Mark. I'm coming up.
Okay, well I will hold in the siding for you.
Might be a moment.
That's fine. What's that in the air? Well, it's a caboose that's been locked in jail. You don't put your caboose in jail? It's war. It deserves to be in jail. Yeah, if you're looking at Wikipedia for
Hello.
locomotive history, there's a lot of idiot foamers that post stuff on Wikipedia thinking they know things about locomotives. So don't do that. I have nothing against idiot foamers who know no better. The railroad science and railroad information is kind of hard to come by, and a lot of the people that really get into the industry and really do it don't want to share it with people that enjoy it, because there's some sort of weird stigma about foamers or rail fans that the industry doesn't enjoy, so much so that the industry doesn't want to employ people that like trains. So I think that's been one of the biggest reasons I've done my 101 series, was like, hey, I'm a bit of a foamer. I work in the industry. Here's what the real scoop is what I try to do with those videos. So, because a lot of people get a lot of that stuff wrong out of the way. So, like, if you look at Wikipedia, yeah, I mean, most of that stuff's going to be, well, maybe some of the prime details are right, but a lot of it's kind of full of shit. So, anyway. How did I lock the caboose there? I didn't. That's a pharma question. I assume it's a pharma
Carefully.
question. I don't know. Carefully.
Think I might have possibly stalled.
What did you load behind the Eureka?
Timbers.
Just lumber, or just beams, or lumber and
Or,
beam?
Just beams.
You can make it up this hill. Do you have a handbrake tied?
Not that I know of.
Go check them. I've run up that hill with like 2 cars of lumber and 2 cars of beams every time. Like,
The
it could probably do.
porters run up that hill.
You
Oh,
could
yep,
probably
last
do.
car was on.
Check your
There we go.
handbrakes, bud.
What are you talking about? I was truing the wheels.
I guess.
There we go. So I'm sitting here going, Jesus.
I'm Corn Bonzo the Great. Foamer, yes. Foamer. It is the industry term for someone who foams at the mouth when they see a train.
Let me get a train. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Oh god, trains. Yeah.
Also, do we have a water tower up there?
Yes.
Yeah, we have 2 up here, or 3 up here. Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
4?
because
4?
5?
6.
Ice, your audience is too young to understand the count.
Nice.
Was the count cancelled?
I don't think
Any
so.
news on the spline beta? No news on the spline beta. If we were to get any news on the spline beta, it would be in the next about hour and a half from QMA. And if I don't get anything in the next hour and a half, it'll be next week. I hope it'll be this week, but we don't know. No, we're not. You remember the count. All right, there's at least 3 people that remember the count.
I have angered your chat.
You did.
actually, Mark, you want to do me a solid?
Yeah?
Want to line me for the loop?
Line you for the loop.
Loop's
Can
not
do.
usable right now.
Why? Oh, there's
Because we
a...
parked the log cars there.
We did.
Ah.
Just shuttle it. We don't need the loop.
I guess I can get in the hole. and let you come unload. Let me back up. Betsy's not fond of moving these two cars, though. Which is
Well,
nice.
if you're
I'll
not
just flip
moving, I'll just
the reverser and I'll just do this.
give you some surprise helper service.
Well, I've yet to see you on... Oh, no, you're finally there. I can finally see you coming, so... Yeah. Get out of your way. Angry chat noises and shaking fists. Okay, I can tie down one handbrake on the back, and that'll kill the whole speed. Got it.
Guess I can't do that.
Do I know the cruising speed of an unladen swallow? Is it an African or a European swallow?
Actually, it's a North Vietnamese swallow.
Oh,
That's not pertinent to a king of Britain. I'm Arthur, king of the Britons. And, by the way, these loaded coal cars are not 24,000 pounds. They're actually like 32,000, I think, each.
You speaking
almost got myself
from
on
railroading
the,
experience or game experience?
From what the game says they are. It's a 10,000 pound plus like 10 tons. So they're like 32,000 a piece. Despite the capacity saying that they can go to 36,000, but they're like 32,000. So
almost got myself up on the derail count there.
yeah, Michael, you're aligned into the loop. I can see you come in, so you're good.
All right.
Christopher Reeves, I'm doing well. Several people have asked, so thank you. The cruising speed of an unladen European swallow is around 24 mile an hour. Today you learned. Wonderful.
Mickley, how much dollar do you have?
Bloody peasant.
1636.
Okay, could you acquire a single hopper number 106 HP and S?
Number H106 or just 106?
H106.
H106.
Hello, Michael.
H, P,
Hello, Mark.
and S.
Make sure you join Mickley's company before you unload.
Let's see. I believe I have already.
Good.
Nice.
We're gonna get a way to hand signal in the future. I hope so. It's gonna be kind of hard to animate and deal with, I think.
Yeah, I guess I
But it
should
would be
brought
very
one drone,
fun.
too.
Oh, I had both brakes on. I didn't realize I had both brakes on.
Yeah, I guess I'll follow you back down and get some lumber.
Yeah. Line yourself. Gonna run. Any plans for custom locomotive paint schemes? No. We're gonna have historical paint schemes, that's it. That should give you a fair amount of options per locomotive eventually. So, a workshop will cover the rest. S Jors or Sjors 12321. Yeah, no, we know how to send stuff to QMA. We work with QMA quite well. I appreciate your concern though. Oh, like multiple options. Yes, there will be multiple options. If there was a historical option for the locomotive, it'll be an option is what we're planning for. So. Betsy with steel cab. if Betsy ever had a steel cab. A lot of locomotives didn't get steel cabs.
455.
Everyone knows about square wheels on cars, but what about square wheels on trains? Well, some guy tried that, and he became very stupid very quickly for making wheels after wheels. Some guy tried to make 120-sided driving wheels back in the day, because you could get more contact patch if they were 120-sided than if they were circular. Made sense. You get a big contact patch area, it'd be good. You get more grip. Makes sense. Good stuff. Cool. The math says it's cool. And then the locomotive turned the wheels for like 2 times, and the 120 sides quickly became a circle. And then all of the thousands of hours of machining became nothing. So, yeah. Square wheels on trains? Yeah, doesn't work. Have I seen the purple locomotive the Brits did for the Queen's Platinum Jubilee? Yes, I did. I couldn't believe... I thought it was a Photoshop at first. It's quite a stark contrast of a color. So...
Oh, I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen the purple locomotive? It's very purple. I thought it was so shiny and smooth of a purple. I genuinely thought it was Photoshop, but it's actually painted that way.
And purple's the royal color.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. What makes this a hardcore map? The industries have all been moved around to the hard, tall side of the map, so we've got an awful line to our logging camp.
Alright, I'm coming down after you, Mark.
Anyway, I come bearing gifts.
Not sure if I should be happy or scared.
You remember it was 118-sided at 202 driving wheels. Fair enough. How will you be able to choose between different paint jobs, like when buying them or unlocking new skins, polarizing? We'll see. Depends. You're glad you're not the person that had to machine it? Me too. We still don't know if Priest blind saves will be playable afterwards, so... You heard on the Blue Valley Railway stream the other day about this monster proposal of a 2882 with 100,000 pounds of tractive effort. Any more knowledge? I suggest you tune into my live premiere of the Railroads Online Tech Tree version 6 that comes out tomorrow. That's what I suggest. If you want any more knowledge, you'll learn everything we do know.
Everything?
Everything. There's not much to know. It was one drawing, so... Updated the derail counter.
Oh, did you derail?
No, I didn't update the total after your last derailment. Oh, good. The best cams people have found us once again.
Best cams, more like best scams.
Seriously. And again with a different account. God, Mickley's on it. God, they're ravenous tonight. What do they know that people that like trains don't get it? Oof. That's too real.
You know, theoretically, eventually we'll get all of them, right?
I hope. I've banned so many of them from my channel, but...
But yeah,
Chris,
I
no,
am
the
always
the
watching.
Wings Eureka Big Boy is not the Wings Eureka Big Boy is not making it into this 6th version of the Tech Tree. I kind of wish it were, but I'm also glad it isn't. So
What? Clearly your chat is not understanding. Well, specifically that one person does not understand.
Mickley is not doing anything on the smut cam site. He is
That you know
removing
of.
the smut cam site. I hope he's not on a smut cam site. If he's on a smut cam site, send the links to me and I'll confirm, and then I will remove him as head mod.
Oh yes, because you totally know what I
That's
look
a
like.
warning. Yep. Anyway. Back on subject, version 6 of the tech tree. You're interested? Well, you'll just have to watch tomorrow at the premiere. I'm gonna have to remember to upload that tonight with the amount of times I've said that, so.
Distracting the topic. God, it's a train set curve there.
Wings Eureka Big Boy. No, that's not gonna happen.
Unfortunate.
Do I think it's weird that it's very normal to have buffers and knuckles here in Australia? I mean, I understand the bonus of having knuckles and buffers. I get it. It's weird, but I get it. So, fair enough. If you didn't have like 100,000 things of, you know, cars and locomotives to equip with, I mean, yeah, maybe you'd do that. So, get better smoke and sound with the spline update. I guess you should watch the spline update Q&As. When is the premiere tomorrow? Probably 12 PST. That's what I'll shoot for. 12 Pacific Standard Time, which is -8 GMT. Which is in about 13 hours from now.
That's soon.
Yes. It's only a 30-minute video-ish. Maybe 29 minutes. So it's a short one, but it's an update to the tech tree. It's not a brand new tech tree, so.
Remind me again how tall a groundworks is acceptable to you, Pharma?
The groundworks is fine as long as you make it actually, like, you know, look like it goes all the way to the ground. It's stacking bridges on bridges I can't stand because you can partially see through bridges. So you can very much tell it's just a bridge on a bridge and not just like a very tall thing.
So you would rather, instead of me having a giant sky bridge, you'd rather have a giant dam.
Yeah.
Got it.
We have some samples of very tall bridges that we will be using for the very tall sky bridge applications at some point, but
Oh my
they're
goodness.
not implemented
The
yet.
man himself has joined the chat?
Oh
I'm
my
the
god.
shenanigans, man.
He's
How are you all
here.
doing tonight?
He's here.
Yes.
Okay, well, Glock, you have an audience of 161 people on my
Well,
stream, at least.
Add 8 to
They
that.
may have another 4 or 6, maybe.
8.
But
It's 8,
Alright,
dang
I'll
it!
make-
What,
oh,
8?
all right, guys.
But,
I'll make the big announcement. I stubbed my toe.
F.
He did. He did stub his toe.
Yes, that is my big announcement. Toe stubbing will be a new feature for Railroads Online. It's a great thing, and I think that's what everyone wants.
Is it just gonna
The ability
stun
to
you
stub
for
your
a couple
toe.
seconds, or like a couple minutes?
You will spontaneously combust,
Oh, perfect. Something
you
more
will-
for
you
you to
will then
model.
learn-
Swear.
and then you will then learn that you can then speak 14 different languages.
This laughing is
Well, any
not
of the
helping
languages
my
with swear
fine
words.
mouse movements.
For legal reasons, that was a joke. A Joker joke.
For those that did not catch it, this is Glock. He's one of our recent additions to the team, and he is quite the 3D modeler, making a crap ton of progress in a very small amount of time,
What
modeling
was it
the
like?
Baldwin
What-
060 in about 4 days, and the Class 70 in pretty much the same.
And Mosca, about the same. Montezuma, it's taken me a little bit longer just because I just haven't had the motivation. I just been beat with other things like work and school.
As you do.
and then I've got some other stuff I got to work on. It's kind of a pain in the rear to balance modeling for 2 games. That's definitely for sure. But I'm on a little bit of a hiatus from the other one because I've been pumping out so much stuff. So no, it's stuff's coming along pretty well.
We were super happy to have you on the team, and
Oh,
super
I'm
happy
glad
that
to hear as
you
well.
slammed it out. I mean, you and Daniel coming in to just take care of business when we were at our low point was just perfect. So thank you. I mean, seriously, that was.
I just wish I could have been here.
grand.
I just wish I could have been on the model sooner, but
Me too.
then again, I've only been modeling professionally for like 5 months now, so
And you're
I
already
don't
this
count Gary's
fast.
mod, so. Yeah. Well, I think a lot of it came from I used to play Gary's mod a lot. And people were always like, "Oh, don't build steam engines." I'm like, "Well, you know what? Build a steam engine. Do that for about 5 to 6 years, and then blend and prop to mesh becomes a thing for Gary's mod. You start doing a little bit with Blender, and then you just immediately pick up modeling for a game, and then you move on to another game. And yeah, I don't know. It's just reflex at this point.
We need to link you up with Brett if you haven't already been linked up with him. But Brett does some brilliant Gary's models of some rear grand stuff, standard gauge stuff. That may be
standard
worthy
gauge?
of. Yes, that may be worthy
I don't-
of you, me, and him doing a little episode or something maybe on the YouTube sometime.
Maybe I've been trying to distance myself from train build for a while now. I haven't really touched it in like 5 months.
Well,
6 months
fair
or so,
enough
actually.
then. Okay.
He graduated to real modeling.
Yeah. Yeah, no. If I heard Brett's username, I'd probably know he is. Like you'd be surprised the amount of people I'll see at some point, and then just I don't talk to in a long time, and then just pop up like 2 years later. I'm like, oh hey, there you are. I don't know.
Well,
I'm rambling. I'm tired.
It's Brett that's in our NGNG server. He's known as Weebolds on most of his Steams, or 4449 Weebolds.
No, I don't think I've ever really run into Brett on Gary's mod.
So you guys were in the same nerd stuff, but separate things then. Back in the day.
I mainly distanced myself from a lot of people. I hung out on one server really, and that was about it.
Now you're hanging out in our server.
That is true.
Yeah, sorry about
It's
that, Mark.
because we don't count as people, Mickley.
What?
I think this ends up counting as one derailment for me, because the hopper re-railed itself. But the porter is stuck at a 15-degree angle to the track.
If it came off, it counts as a derail.
Oh, it didn't entirely come off, too. The axles were still on, so...
That's what we
I'm
told
only-
TL Hart, and we counted him for 2.
I'm only counting myself for 1, because I'm the man with the counter. Sucks to suck. Everyone else...
What is this?
Chat,
Pharma
you just
still yelled at me last time I tried that.
I don't know,
Whatever.
chat.
No.
Am I worth 1 derail or 2 derails? I've got 2 cars on the track here, locomotive on the ground. I'll pee in the cup regardless. But should I be charged 2 derails or 1?
Pharma.
What was I gonna say? One of these days, you need to do like a modeling stream on your channel or something like that.
Dude, yeah, no, I would love to just sync up with you and do a short modeling stream on the channel, or if you've got a channel, I mean, love to just reference
I've
yours
got
or whatever.
But
Verts
I've
around
got
people
one,
saying
just
2 a
don't-
lot.
I see a lot of I see some 1s and I see mostly 2s. All right, I will suffer and I will agree to 2 because it was kind of technically 2. That's fair.
I mean, I've got a channel. I just don't do much with it. I don't even know how to really stream. So I mean, if you want to help me one of these days, get set it up and all, that'd be awesome.
I saw a
Yeah, we can do
couple
this
1.5s.
We could set up your stream, or we could yeah. I mean, I'd be happy to have you just live broadcast what you're doing, and then we could stream it on my channel for sure and do modeling stuff.
works.
Either way, whatever you want to do.
Probably- I'm wrapping up the Montezuma. I'll probably be done with it tomorrow, tops. So,
All right,
most likely
so
on
so
Sunday or
maybe
something like
this
that, I'll be
weekend,
working.
whatever you're gonna start on after Montezuma. I mean, I'm sure the early stuff where it like turns into a locomotive real quick is probably what people are most interested in. So
Well, I'll give a little tease. It's not a conventional steam locomotive. That's your hint. Not conventional. I'm not saying if it's articulate. I'm not saying if it's geared. I'm not saying if it's a hodgepodge of something. It's something.
It just goes.
Yeah, it just goes chuff chuff.
Yeah, I'm going to leave that parked for a second. Number 3, occupying the line.
what line?
The
Yes.
Iron Mine Sawmill.
Iron Mine to Sawmill. Okay, let me
I
go
need to
park.
pull into the foul just a little bit to get all this stuff up here.
Let me go push me and the cars out the way somewhere. We just started heading underway on that line, so
You can come all the way up to the dividing switch. It'll be fine. I'm just like in between the 2 switch areas.
gotcha. Okay, I'll be there in a minute then. And I'm gonna be ballsy and I'm gonna leave it go for a minute. So here it goes.
And that's fine. You'll derail. I'll probably stay on. At least if the interaction between Climax and versus Eureka last night was anything to go by. Last week, sorry, not last night.
Bless you.
So anyhow, if anything tomorrow, I'd probably I still got a fair amount of work to do in the Montezuma, but I'll probably be done before you guys get on. So I don't know. Most likely, next engine I work on, I'll give you a heads up. Hey, I'll give you a heads up or something like that, and figure something out. I'm gonna head to bed. I'm tired. You guys have a great night.
Yeah. Good night, Glock.
Take it easy.
Good night, guys.
And look, nothing happened. Still not to the Iron Mine. It's a long run.
Meanwhile, I'm just here measuring.
What microphone do I use? I use a Shure SM7B.
Very fancy.
My PC seems to be running smoother than yours. Yours jumps all over the place. It's probably part of the spline update, things that will be fixed. It'll make things smoother for hosts and clients. I am the host, though, so.
It
Measured
might have
twice
something to
Cortland's-
do with what I've done up here.
Zoom says Betsy, says Con Gaming. Con's in stream, ladies and gents.
Oh my goodness, we're getting free clout from the big YouTuber?
We are getting free clout from the big YouTuber. Hi, Con. Do you remember Railroads Online? Do you remember us? I promise we're working on our update. It'll come out eventually.
2,000 years right there.
Pretty much.
Anyways,
What's this game? Yeah, pretty much.
have no memories of this place.
I'm pretty sure
I don't remember.
Khan actually has access to this chat, so
I'm pretty sure he does too. And so does Tyler CDL, who is adding me in my own stream. Tyler, you can come talk here if you'd like.
I'm actually
Or
gonna
maybe
go
I
check.
don't actually know if Tyler has access to this chat in my Discord. I don't know if he showed up in my Discord. So, anyway, Tyler, should you like to be a part of this, you can come and join us. So, just saying no speed limits. Well, speed limits will be removed vaguely, somewhat, at some point. Anyways, Farma, it looks like you're in the clear, and I'm now on the bridge past the diverging switch, so...
I am not clear. I am very much still dicking around in the iron mine yard. You can see me. Hello.
I can. We come to a stop, and I'll flip the switch, and I'll get at your way. Oh wow, we've got another iron car now. That's fun. Or another 2, or another 4. Holy shit, that's great.
Yeah, I wanted to, yeah. There's cars now, lots of cars. So if you want to grab the iron, the 4 iron cars off there and get them on the back of Eureka, because Eureka can do 6 empty irons up to 2.5.
Not me laughing at Khan's comments.
Ooh, Climax, why aren't you stopping? Climax.
Hi, Crook.
Hi.
Khan is complaining about the track. I didn't lay any of this track, so if Khan's complaining about this track...
No, he
You're
was
gonna have
complaining
some
about
else-
flashbacks to your rail. There's a
Oh,
difference.
well, fair. Still have to travel on. Tyler, this is in my Discord. I'll send you a link.
Shouldn't it be in the description?
This is to Tyler CDL, who's one of the primary modelers of the video game. I shot him an invite.
Well, if he
Where's
joins,
Eureka anyway?
I can give him access to this
Uh,
particular channel. So
I made the invite in this channel, so he should theoretically have this channel as soon as he comes in. He just came in as a member, so if he doesn't have access, he could probably just do the thing.
let me
Right.
tab
Boom, I
over.
made him MOW crew, so
Oh, you gave him like all the permissions. Okay.
he should have MOW crew. He's like one of the primary modelers of the game.
Well,
He was
yeah.
like,
Khan doesn't even have
right
that
after-
role.
Yeah, he's one of the models of the game, but is he MOW crew?
he was one of the guys right after Dickhead, and then me. He was like the next guy. So, anyway.
But has he ever come and fixed your track for you?
He hasn't, but neither has half the MOW crew at this point. It's just become a cool man's club, so. You've missed the past Among Us games. When do you think another one will happen? Well,
When I insist that it happens.
when Mick is, yeah, pretty much. Or if it feels like the right vibe. I don't know. It depends on how long we're gonna play tonight. If we finish up the stream in maybe 15-20 minutes, maybe we could do some Among Us in the Discord. We'll see.
We've barely been playing it all tonight.
So
I know we have barely been playing at all. MOW stands for Maintenance of Way.
So should I sit here at the dividing switch, or should I come in?
Where are you at? Oh, I see you.
Other side of the bridge.
Oh, shite. Yeah, the yard's a touch full, but we could put you on the loop behind the madness, maybe?
Or actually, no.
Maybe?
What? If you can.
Actually, you should run past the dividing switch and back up the steep side. Get out of the way of the climax with the log cars.
Gotcha.
I was thinking he could back in, dump his flats in the lane, pick up the hoppers, and begin to load those as I pull out around him.
Or he could do that. All right,
Well,
so you
actually,
want...
I gotta get water in this thing too.
Do you, Michael?
Maybe.
How much water do you have?
692.
That's getting close. You could still probably do a trip or two down the hill and back. But yeah, I should probably get some water in you.
I mean the sight glass is right at the crown sheet, so.
Well, the sight glass doesn't mean shit right now. He says, as a dev of the game that also fires locomotives. So yeah, keep them coming ahead. We'll line you in behind. We'll line you into a water tower here.
Gotcha.
So you want him to ditch the flats before he gets on the switches?
Yeah, just like dish them out somewhere so then you can pick up all the hoppers and get out of here.
I have discovered an
money, and
interesting.
Betsy running 6 hoppers of iron ore is going to be making more money than having Betsy doing lumber and beams.
Tyler Owens, just to note that you're Tyler Owens in the Discord chat, and we'll get you the perms. It takes a minute to make it happen, so.
Keep going.
Yep, keep them coming. I'll cut off your cars right here.
Thank you.
Yeah. So Tyler Owens, the voice chat and chatting privileges come after 15 minutes of having joined, and then you get image posting privileges after 7 days.
That's for Tyler Owens, but Tyler CDL is different. Tyler CDL is the primary modeler of the game, who's still not joined the voice chat. He was all about hey, let me come join you, and then didn't show up. That's okay.
It was a bait. I should have left this here.
Tyler Owens is just a longtime viewer of my YouTube, as far as I can tell.
Oh.
Anyway.
Does the...
Well, somebody has joined voice chat. I don't know who it is.
No door.
That's Tyler CDL. Here he is. Speaking of the
cannot-
devil, and there he is.
Lag 1.
This is quite late for you, but welcome.
I have Fridays off now,
Well, there you go.
so I only work Monday through Thursday, which is kind of nice.
Stop there.
Nice.
What's everyone up to? This
Oh, we
beautiful
are
hour.
all playing the in the stream that you're watching. So
Uh-huh.
Sure.
I am constructing
Lance's
a mega bridge.
Machinist, I always read it as Lance's Machinist, but it's Lance's Mechanist. Says, under what conditions could a locomotive send massive amounts of sparks and cinders through the funnel if it's going uphill with a heavy load? And it explicitly depends on what kind of fuel it's burning, its firebox setup, and its front end setup, which is really not helpful, I'm sure, because it depends on every locomotive, right? That's not that exciting. If you have a wood burning locomotive that does not have much of a smoke box setup, it has a master mechanics front end, and it has a straight stack, it will shoot out sparks all the goddamn time. If you have a coal burning locomotive with some amount of screens and a master mechanics front end and a straight stack, it will also shoot out a bunch of sparks, but less than a wood burner. If you put a Ridgeway spark arrestor on it, you'll arrest all those sparks. It'll do the thing. If you put a generic spark arrestor on it, it'll get most of them. If you put an Anderson front end, the master mechanics front end that is in the K36 and K37s, that'll take care of everything you throw at it, pretty much. Especially considering that you have probably a good arch brick setup put in there too. So, it depends on what's going on in the firebox, the smoke box, and above the stack. So it's not as easy as what does it do, But yes, you get sparks under very heavy load, very poor resistance for exhaust, and then very volatile exhaust. So the worst case scenario would be a wood burning locomotive working extremely hard with a small smoke box and a straight stack. And the best resistance would be an oil burning locomotive, really. An oil burning locomotive with some amount of, I don't even think they had brick arch for oil burners, but an oil burning locomotive not being sanded, the flues not being sanded, with a draft limiting device. But it's a balance of how much can you throw out the stack versus how much steam do you need to make. So that's all a balancing act.
Hollywood engines do toss out a lot.
Not
70
surprised.
does. I think they're
Not
on a
surprised.
6.5% grade right out of their station.
Good Christ, it's that steep?
It's pretty bad. It's like
Six
I
and a
want to
half
say
is not.
I want to say their max goes up to 7 for like a second.
6.5 and 7 is not. It gets pretty bad. 6.5 and 7 for rod locomotives is doomsday. 3.5 is getting pretty bad for a rod locomotive.
Well, that's like when they come out of the station, they're almost like as much as they can throw at it. Like they have to, because if you watch like 90% of the videos on it, like even on a dry day, they'll wheel slip trying to get out of there.
Well, you could say the same about the 3.5% at the museum. It just depends on what tonnage they're pulling. It doesn't mean crap about the grade is. It's all about the tonnage.
They pull
You
a
can
fair
run up
amount.
any
What is
grade
it?
with no problem. Just depends on what the tonnage is, right? So.
I want to say they do like 8 cards.
Yes,
Maybe.
Tyler owns 8 cars of what? What
People.
cars? I mean, right?
Let me look it up.
Do they weigh? What's the? I mean, if there's a thing of the grade, sure. I mean, I'm sure it's steep. It's narrow gauge, right? There's a reason it's narrow gauge, but yeah, 7%. I mean, that's more than stout. So.
Am I desyncing, or did the Eureka just pull back for some reason?
No, I moved back. I was gonna come back and get the lumber cars out of the way, but I guess you did that for me already.
Yeah, I'm using the porter as a porter, and I'm preparing your load. Go back to filling.
Okay.
Speaking of which, I actually have number 70's framed up.
Really? Look at you. We have been spoiling a little bit about the new V6 of the tech tree. So, Tyler, do you want to talk about
How?
the 70 at all for those that don't know
Wait,
about it? If we're
how
spoiling
much?
it,
Because I have 2 projects, and one of which I'm not sure how secret it is.
Send me a DM on Discord real quick before you say anything else. Yeah, that other one. No, that's not on the tech tree. So that other one's a secret one. So you can't talk about your other one. You can talk about the
That's
70.
the one I have work done on. Sad.
Oh, good. No, that one, the other one, everyone, you see Glock and you see Daniel making great progress, and it's awesome. Just know that we have other people like Tyler who are working on wonderful things that are behind the scenes or you don't get to know about. Because, guess what?
Very far
He-
down the line.
He's working on one thing that we'll tell you about tomorrow. And he's working on another thing more intently that he can't tell you about and I can't tell you about because it's a bit of a
Isn't it
secret that we're
for-
very excited about.
What is it, a
so,
year?
It's less than a year, I hope, but we'll see.
A year before we get it, or a year secret in the making?
No,
Um,
I can't. I don't know how to explain it without saying anything too much. It has to do with the release date of a loco.
Release date of a thing. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, exactly. It's not just a it's not just a little thing. It's a big thing. It's a big thing being
Very big collaboration. It's very cool.
big
that it's actually
collaboration.
happening.
Yeah, not the biggest collaboration the game will have, but second biggest collaboration. Biggest collaboration I will have, personally. Well, kind of, but we'll see. You know, we'll just confuse everyone, so. Ooh, secret.
Does Eureka have Lincoln Pin on the back of the Tinder?
Does not.
Make it so.
Okay, ready to receive.
But what am I talking about with 70?
Talk about 70. What is
Stuff.
the 70? How does it work? What is it?
White Pass and Yukon 70, the big Mikado that's at Dollywood right now. Well, they have 2. Actually, they have 3, but
We don't talk about the
yeah,
third one.
70 is Cinderella.
Yes, and the 70 class. I mean, it's not just 70, it's the 70 class. It's the 70, the 71, the 72, and the 73, which of them, all of them are in good shape except the 72. So,
Yeah, 72 scrapped. 71 is behind the shop at Dollywood. They actually, I don't know. I heard some things because I have a friend that lives up in Tennessee that knows one of the guy that works at the shops up there, and he says that apparently that they're like cleaning it, like they're trying to make sure that it doesn't deteriorate for future projects.
oh, so 72 is gone. 72 is scrapped.
72 is scrapped.
Okay, Armagon's info is a little oopsie then. Yeah.
As far as
Anyway.
I'm aware, I haven't heard anything else, but I'd never seen 72.
He said that 72 is a parts engine for the Dollywood engines, but if 72
71 is the parts engine.
71's the parts engine, that makes sense.
70 is Cinderella, and that's the operational one you see all the time. 71 is like the frame, the boiler, and the trucks that you see that are back there. Like, it is
I'll be
almost
right
a
back.
full locomotive. I mean, it needs a lot of work, but it's in restoration condition, but they've used parts off of it. 192 is the other locomotive, and that's Klondike Kate, or Katie.
That's not Klondike Kate. Klondike Kate was the 4 that's at Como that exploded because of sadness.
I don't know if 70 and 192 are of the same class.
No, 70 and the 190s
Yeah,
and the 70s.
192 is the USATC 190.
Yes, yeah. As Armagun and I talked about for tomorrow's video, the 70 class is the last class of locomotives that the White Pass got for themselves.
Yes. They were also, I don't know if they were the highest output, but I think they were the largest, like, pressure boiler.
They were
Types.
pretty powerful, yeah.
Yeah, what is it? It's 25,200 pounds of tractive effort.
I think it's more than that, but we'll see.
I know they weigh like 240,000 pounds. They're 17-inch cylinders, 22-inch strokes.
It's a pretty good size. Part of 72 is also at Dollywood, is what the YouTube stream is saying. 72's drive wheels are under 70. Sounds like 72 got scrapped.
Okay, so 72 it's not a parts engine, it is just parts.
It is just parts, yeah.
Number 2, you good to pull back?
Thank you.
What are we doing with Betsy? She's just parked back there.
Betsy has the flats. It'll run the flats eventually. We just need to get this into the loading area and begin loading iron.
Gotcha.
And then, like, as it pulls forward, we'll get the climax and all its stuff out of the way. And it'll probably just go sit down in the yard for a hot minute.
Yeah, but as of modeling progress on 70's drivers, pilots, frame, beam, and the front pilot bar are done. I'm currently working on boiler support.
Well, that's exciting. Alright, the Eureka can come ahead.
HumanityKills will be joining us.
Hey, HumanityKills joined the voice in the Discord. I'm gonna say we're not gonna play terribly much longer, but
We should. This is way better than
That's
Amoga.
good. I probably should be in bed anyway.
I wasn't gonna say that we're. I don't know if we're gonna go to Amogus, but yeah, we've been going for 2 hours 10 minutes. I mean, it's almost my bedtime coming here. So anyway,
I should stream. Could stream modeling stuff.
the
I
number
guess I'd have
4
to
is
work on
Klondike.
70 though.
The number 4 is Klondike Kate. No 192 is Klondike Katie. Well, that's just downright confusing.
Yeah, I
your
accidentally
s-
said Klondike Kate, but Klondike
Figure out your stupid locomotive nicknames. Or just name your locomotives a reasonable name.
Oh, I don't. I really want because I remember someone told me that the Dollywood passenger cars were like like freight cars that they just like stripped the top off, slapped a like flat deck on it with some chairs and a cover, and they were like boom, passenger cars.
Wouldn't be surprised. It sounds very narrow gauge of them.
So I appear to be a little stuck.
What you mean?
Like, I'm in the cab and got myself out of the,
Press Y?
yeah.
You don't appear to be in the cab, sir.
I am in the cab.
Because I can also enter the vehicle.
Try now.
When is the 060
I can't.
coming to the game?
Which one?
I'm in
Later.
the cab. Oh, there we go.
Oh, which one? We have two now.
Is Betsy still in the...
Yeah, they are.
Area.
EBT. So there you go, Heis. I wasn't sure if they were EBD Cole or not, but the fact that someone said it in chat brings me a little bit more confident that they were. Yeah, so they took
couldn't tell
EBT
you.
Cole cars, chopped the tops off, slapped some stakes on it, and they were like, boom, open top passenger.
That's funny.
Yeah, let's just go shove Betsy onto the siding so we can start pulling climax out.
How many hoppers did the EBT have separate? Too many. That's the answer.
So, I'm wondering if what we should do is model the EBT coal hoppers, and then
And
when the
cut
time
them down.
comes, I'll just take that and delete the top and then slap a frame on it and be like, there you go. I guess that'll be like a little extra. It wouldn't be too hard.
Firema, the Climax's firebox is out of wood.
Yep, so is the Betsy's. Want to fight about it?
Sounds like 2 strikes.
Betsy is your locomotive.
No, it's not. I didn't run it there.
Yes, you
I left
did.
it full of fire in the hole, and then you grabbed it and you left it out of fire. I don't know,
I'm
chat.
your locomotive for you.
Chat, what do you think? Do you think it's 2 fire outs for Pharma, or 1 for Pharma, 1 for me? Because he moved a locomotive that I was the last person to touch. I left it with fire. He went and got in it, didn't check the fire, then moved it, and then presumed to say that it was my fault.
Because it is.
2 strikes for Pharma, punish him, +2, 2 for Pharma, 2 Pharma, 1.5.
1.5.
Pharma fire out +2 for Pharma, +2 to Pharma, 1.5, 2 fire outs for Pharma. I think it's sounds like it's your problem, bud.
11.
We're updating that to 6 now. So 6 Pharma fire outs. That's exciting.
That's fine. The count can just be wrong for the rest of the series then.
Well, you know, you can also be wrong. It's fine.
But Heis, I will mention something to you that I think is a little humorous. The super
Yes.
secret project I've been working on for the last couple days.
Yes.
Do you want to know how much I have done on it?
Yes.
A single driver. Not even.
Well, that's more than nothing, but less
It
than
is
nothing. Less
So if it
than
has a
most
driver,
people.
it must be a locomotive.
Astute observation.
I
The
didn't say
commercial
anything.
does say drive.
All right, I'm gonna line the reverse loop for the Eureka.
You good, sir.
So
Well,
that
Heis,
we
did
can
we
just
talk
run
about
through it.
the suggestion we put the other day with the signal tech tree?
Signal tech tree. I don't think we're gonna have a signal tech tree, but I do think we should.
CTC.
we do-
Yeah.
As much as I'd love to have CTC, I don't think we'll ever have CTC, but I do think we will have local interlockings. I think that would be a thing that we can add very easily.
Be cool.
It would not be hard to code. It'd be easy to understand, and it'd be an easy way to make multiplayer a more rewarding experience.
Ball signals would
So.
be pretty cool.
The that stupid whatever Boston something narrow gauge railroad that was 3-foot gauge that ran commuter trains with full interlocking and route protection and everything.
What's it called? The Hawaii narrow gauge? They had CTC.
Hawaii narrow gauge had CT. The Oahu had CTC.
I heard one of my friends told me apparently. I don't remember
That'll
who I was
do.
talking to the other day, but they apparently said that they had like full block detection, all that stuff.
Do you want to talk about what Mickley's doing over here?
That does not mean
Nothing.
CTC.
Well, not
I would
block
I would
detect-
like I would like everyone to learn some signaling terms in their lives so that I could stop having to school kids on stuff. Block detection does not mean CTC.
I understand that, but yeah,
I
he
see-
said
keep
block
saying
detection.
CTC, I believe it's called CBT.
No.
The heck
Pharma-
is going on over here?
Do not
Large print?
do not question my tactics.
I'm questioning all
You
of
get
it right
ahead
now.
one, Eureka.
Your
Great
tactics
Car
are
Tech Tree
strangely
will
alien to
hopefully
me.
be soon.
Pharma, I learned
Yeah,
these
that-
tactics from you.
New version. We have a new version of the locomotive tech tree coming out tomorrow. So
I didn't have anywhere near as much groundwork as
Stop.
you had, sir.
Well, you know what? I had to get up here, so.
You know, having the groundwork that close to where you're starting and ending the splines makes your segments shorter, right? When you're going over grade.
Christopher, I don't think that's more of a rumor. I think that's more of a probability of just the way any Steam restoration is going nowadays. It's probably going to be oil if they do restore it.
well, that's dumb. Burn coal or die, or burn coal and die, because
I will say I am happy that both the
56.254%.
Dollywood engines are still running coal.
gotta love it. All right, Eureka, take us. Not quite yet. Hang on.
Cease.
All right, Eureka, we're all loaded up back here. Whenever you've got clearance, take them away.
All right. Which way you want to go? Forwards or backwards?
Just ahead. You're lined through the loop, so.
Okay.
Can I get another save?
Yep. Saved. Do we have clearance to take the Eureka down to the
Yes.
smelter? Okay, you're lined, Michael. Let's go.
Alrighty.
All right, I'm gonna shamelessly plug my favorite song for the game so far. So,
Kenosha?
I can't hear them over it.
You're who?
Huh? What?
Who's building the arch bridge?
That would be Mickley
Mickley.
building the large bridge.
Good judge
Who's
him on
driving the
his work.
climax right now?
Probably
I'm in a
Parma.
climax.
You don't like headlights?
They do nothing except make your frame rate worse.
Oh.
So
Oh,
this
wait,
is
whose
I'm
company should I join?
talking to HumanityKills, right? That's who this
Mickley.
is.
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, I'm doing
Who's,
all of
um,
this. I'm doing this whole bridge by hand and not using external tools.
I see that.
Therefore,
It
it
looks
is.
pretty nice so far.
Therefore, it is better than yours.
Oh God. I don't know about that, bro. You're not going to be able to get the angles though on those bridge pieces.
Yes, he is.
I'm working on
Someone
it.
hasn't watched my video.
Oh.
You can lay any spline at any percent you want.
Oh, really? There's a much easier way.
Using external tools.
Correct.
The very thing we were trying to avoid.
I know.
And here we go.
I'm the outcast.
Only a little bit. Pharma, I have to lay the groundwork because it's just that far up that I'm getting too much curve.
Stop.
What, Mickley?
It,
I have to use the groundwork, otherwise I'm getting too much angle on it.
Yeah, HumanityKills want to go be the brakeman protecting point so he can back out and watch the Eureka go past.
okay.
Just up to the switch.
I'm assuming Heist is muted?
Yep.
Deafened.
Figures.
Eureka's on its way down.
Mm-hmm.
Are we at the switch yet or no?
No. You got like 3 more cars before you're at the switch.
Alright, you want to line them so they're actually going down to the smelter?
Okay.
Yeah,
Just gonna ask
bridge
where are
looks
they
like
going.
it's coming along nicely.
What was that, sorry?
I was gonna say the bridge looks like it's coming along nicely.
It's coming along.
You realize you're copying my idea, right?
No.
Yeah.
I'm not
You haven't seen
copying
my-
your idea. The bridge we deleted out of
Very
here
well.
was a bunch of stacked stuff.
No, you haven't seen the bridge I replaced it with. That was a temporary bridge.
Yeah, like he's posted a screenshot in the
I am
wiki sequence,
ignoring
right
the
there.
existence of said screenshot. I asked chat if I should do an arch bridge or a box bridge, and they said arch.
Nice.
Therefore, it was chat's idea.
You know how you
Well,
can improve it though? You could actually connect the arch to the top part of the bridge.
You know what? I haven't gotten that far yet. I'm gonna worry about the arch for now, and then we can worry about aesthetics. Okay,
I love that
Pharma?
you're doing it anyway. I
It's
think it looks awesome.
it's
Is
not the
Eureka
nicest
pasta
looking compared to doing it with external tools.
Nope, still coming down the grade.
External tools can't make it perfect either, so.
Yes, they can.
But I'm getting it pretty good. It'll be significantly laggier than external tools, but oh well.
When you try to set the grade in the external tools, it jumps in percentage. It goes from 0 to 7 to 14.6 to, so you can't make a perfect arch.
Yes, you can. You can define exactly in three-dimensional space the points you want using third-party tools.
No, you can't. You
It's
just can't
just
do
not
it.
something you do in Railroads Online Extended.
There's no points of reference.
So you just graph an arch, and then you take the numbers you graphed mathematically and translate them into Railroads Online coordinates on the Unreal grid.
But not using Railroads Extended, you can't do that.
Yeah, that's what I said. Not using Railroads Extended, but using third-party tools, you can.
Which ones can do that? Oh, you mean like
Any hex
rows?
editor.
Like a row? Oh my god, that would be a lot of work.
It
I
would
wouldn't be
work,
surprised
though.
if Studio had an option for it at some point in the future.
Yeah, I asked them for that to be able to input the grade percentage. Okay, switch is clear. You can back up, Farmer.
Yeah, this looks spicy.
Good to start backing full.
Yep.
I want it known I whistled at the Eureka and it did not respond to me. I'm so sad.
Maybe like this.
I didn't hear your whistle.
Yeah, you wouldn't because you're out of render distance, but Heist heard it and he ignored me.
I just heard. Oh right, never mind.
Well, he's not the one running the locomotive. I am.
I can almost see the whole train.
I could see 3 of the cordwood cars.
I'm on the. Which one am I on? I'm in the middle of the cordwood, and I can see the loco now. Oh my god, it's popcorning.
Kenosha is playing on my end, so feel free to derail at any time.
The clown is not here today?
Nah,
The old man fell asleep.
he was saying that he was up for like 24 hours or something, like a madman.
Sorry, we
Alright,
were muting you to listen to music on stream for a minute, so you know
What music, Heist?
Definitely
Uh,
worth.
the songs, the latest couple songs for the soundtrack.
Have they been
Wasn't really
leaked to the
exciting.
rest of us already, or are these new ones that you haven't leaked
No.
to us?
They've been leaked to you. I don't have any new songs that haven't been leaked.
Hmm.
I haven't even mixed I didn't even leak the mixed version of the song. I
Oh.
still have yet to mix the version of the song that's been leaked. So
I am approaching the maximum grade the player can stand on.
quick
Farmer,
soundtrack
can you
question.
put one of those
Review-
bridge pieces straight up and down?
What?
Not truly vertical, but close to vertical.
You sure?
We do an instrumental cover of the Railroad Tycoon 3 intro song, or is it copyrighted? It's copyrighted by the original studio. I reached out to the original studio, but they've yet to reply back. So, who's all in game? It is myself, Mikali, AC6000, Pharmatharna, HumanityKills, and I don't think Tyler is in game, but Tyler's in voice chat.
Howdy. No, I'm in Blender.
You get black lung if you stand too close to the coal chute while loading. Having standed too close to the coal chute while loading several times, I've yet to get black lung, but maybe someday.
Is that a feature in the game now?
I hope not.
It's not a bug,
Die.
it's a feature.
They're gonna add health kits.
AC6000 is the new junior mod. Yes. Yes. And full disclosure, I knew AC6000 for a long time, for about, shoot, Michael, we've probably known each other 10 years now.
If not more.
If not more. I've known AC6000 for a long time, and I had no idea who's applying to be a mod to the server. We set out applications, and Mick sent out a couple like decent applications that he thought would be good mods right away. Just so we could get some butts and seats, as it were, some people like in roles. And he sent out that one, and I laughed immediately, like, "Oh my God, Michael applied for it!" And he didn't message me, he didn't tell me, he didn't ask for anything, and he showed up, and we interviewed him like anyone else. We're doing things to the book, to the T, to make sure things are right. He didn't just get the mod because he's a friend. He got the mod because he answered all the questions that we had the way that we were expecting them to, and he's willing to follow our moderator guidelines. So, and he happens to be a very good friend of mine, but I guess that also says about what company I keep, I guess, maybe. But anyway.
ICE has a company? What?
I do, but I won't leak the
Yes.
name because I don't want people messaging
You've
me
leaked
crap.
it before, have you not?
Not to
This is
an actual
spicy.
live stream. Don't do that. I've leaked it
Then
to you
don't say
guys.
it's
Leaked
tight.
to you guys. Don't dox me. Don't literally dox me. If you dox the name of the company, you literally
That is
dox
tight,
me
that is tight, that is
to
tight.
my house, and then I have to move. Anyway,
Moving's fun.
Oh, so we can use your company to find your address. Good to
yeah,
know.
that's how
Time
the
to
United
stop
States
talking,
works.
Heist.
But, yeah,
Poor Heist.
it's all right. Some
Forever
bugger from
tormented by
Australia will show up.
Australians.
Right. I should have let them cancel me. Anyway,
Chat
let's see.
is like, the company's well known, it's the
Gonna
ES and
send
D.
you a locomotive now that I've made out of dead koalas.
They know that it's the ES&D. It's perfect. Mick, I'm joining your company. Mick, you are my employer. I've confirmed it, and we're about to unload some iron for you. So,
Okay.
Man,
Okay.
if
I
you
am-
wanna line
I
the
am
quarter and
placing
come in
steel
up,
bridge
it's free
at
to loop after us
absurd-
and unload it.
take him easy ahead, Michael.
Gotcha.
I didn't hear
It's
everything you said.
ES&D. It's Hellbot. Either one.
You see the
Check
porter
the-
over there? Could
Yes.
you bring it in so
Yep.
it comes through the loop behind us and unloads as it goes by?
A little slower there,
Oh.
Michael, and just keep
Okay.
that speed. Perfect.
I wonder
You
if your
just keep-
chat would
keep
be
that speed.
interested in like a developing stream, like with Blender.
Well,
through
you
some of
know,
the stuff
Glock
I'm
was in
going through.
here earlier saying that he wanted to do that, and people said they wanted to see it. So apparently, we just need to do that.
I do have
with
everything
all of
set up
you.
to stream.
Well, we just give me the link to your channel, and we shall make it happen. We could give you the links. We could give you the credentials. All right, last car is now unloading, and we'll shove out of here.
Well, Heist, that's
Yeah, I think
dangerous.
the last stream I did with development when I was doing dev was with Peyton.
Well, not that aged like bad cheese, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, you're all unloaded, Michael. Let's back him up. I'm gonna save. Yeah, it's pretty much my bedtime. So by the time we get up to the logging camp, or not the logging camp, by the time we get up to the sawmill, we'll call it. So
Gotcha.
everyone says, yeah, they'd love to see some Blender streams. There's several people
I won't
saying
make
that.
that happen.
Yeah, it's just
Look at those artifacts.
What does my company do? Produces media on YouTube and musical productions. So
It's
I
a
don't know if
tax
I'd do-
reason.
I don't
It
know
is
if
a
I'd do
tax reason.
tutorials, but I don't mind streaming. I'm not. Actually, I get
stop.
told I'm a good teacher, but I don't know if I'm a good teacher for this specifically.
well, new hoppers do look sick. But yeah, fun fact in the United States, if you have a company that is making revenue out of your house, you get to write off all sorts of fun stuff on taxes. If you don't, and you work from home anyways for your normal job, get fucked. That's how that works.
Yeah, right?
Taxes.
I work out of my home office. Oh, you don't get to write off anything. I have a business working out of my home office. Oh, well, you can write off everything. So yeah, that's kind of how that goes. It's kind of stupid.
If you fall while you're working for your company, can you go out on comp in your house if you fall in your house?
Just stay in bed.
I'm not sure. I don't think it's a big enough company to make that amount of labor laws apply, but I wish. Thoughts on
what do you
different
listen to?
maps?
If you lived in New
You're gonna
York, it would
sue
apply.
yourself? You're gonna sue
Thoughts?
yourself if you don't get worker comp?
I guess. Thoughts on different maps for Words Online, like Tropical Island or Japanese? Japanese, no. We're trying to stick with American narrow gauge, which might actually end up being Hawaii. Hawaii may possibly be a thing. We'll see.
Hawaii
That'd be an
wasn't a state in
interesting
time.
map.
It was a state by some part of the
Not
thing.
until like the 1960 something or 1940 something.
It was a state before 1940 something. There was a whole like big thing about some bombs dropped on a place back in the early I don't know 1940s, and it like was a big deal about it.
It was an overseas territory in that event, but it
Was
wasn't
it really?
a state.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised that an Australian knows.
Became
my
the
country's
50th
history
state
better
on
than me.
August 21st, 1959.
Was it really? Jesus.
Was it just
fuck.
a territory
well-
then?
I know nothing about United States history. I will let you listen to the Australian and not me. So we've continued to
Incidentally,
prove.
it became a state at the same time as Alaska. So if you start asking for Alaskan locomotives, I put them in the same boat as Hawaii.
Anyway, we will continue to remove my negative crown or increase my negative crown, whatever it is, about me not knowing anything about United States history or
Because you can
locomotive
just,
history
stop
or
there,
railroad
save and
history.
back up.
I only know things about how locomotives works, not about the history of the whole thing, and I play music. So there you go. I'm continually learning things, including when the fuck Hawaii was made a state from an Australian, which, well, that's about par for the course. The American education system's garbage, but we don't need to get into that on this stream, so.
Hey, 27th in the world.
Nice.
Damn, we're 27th. I feel bad for the others.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember, these are according to standards set by Western countries, so
Why did anyone let us set standards? Anyway.
because we invented the word standard and then we showed the word standard to the rest of the world.
Time to mix
Oh.
bevel. Would anyone like some step plates on a pilot?
Well,
Yes.
Anyway,
Yes.
I'll wait for Heist to save and begin packing up. let's go watch Mickley.
Yeah, we're almost there. We are about one big curve away from the top, I guess. Well, no, we got
Attempts have
sort of a
been
reverse
made.
curve, and then we're there.
they're not exactly the greatest of attempts.
Are you trying to make the bridge that HumanityKills made using RRX just natively?
Yes.
Well,
That sounds so painful.
It is
Yeah,
quite
it's
painful.
Forbid
Speed.
the use of third-party tools to build any of the track here. Because that's not hardcore.
I mean, no, I
Oh
respect
my
that. I'm
goodness.
just saying that sounds like a pain.
I
It's
built
not
an
hardcore.
entire roller coaster. He can build an arch.
I can, in fact, build an arch. It's just not turning out very well because I don't have a good... Yeah, so I can just delete most of this that I just spent half an hour on.
Yeah, the way I found worked is if you have a consistent base floor you can point at while you're making your splines, then as your curve starts to naturally increase and you start going down, you'll also start gaining longer segments anyway.
With this way, it's the opposite, Perma.
all right, Michael.
Hmm?
Give her about 6 more,
6 more.
5 more, 4, 3, 2. Anywhere that's fine. Time down. That'll do. How's everyone else doing? Can I save?
We're almost looking at Mickley.
Yeah, don't save quite yet.
Well, I guess I'll run and almost look at Mickley too.
That's what I would
Is this like some form of advanced shunning? almost look at me.
Almost.
Get my binoculars out. Yes.
Yes, he is over there. We can confirm.
All right, train's tied down.
Trains. If God, you tied all the brakes, didn't you?
I mean, it is kind of on a grade, so.
One of these days we will teach you the Mountain Railroad rules, not the transit rules.
40%.
40%. Unless, well, I guess we can't put a chalk and a chain on the downhill end in the game, but 40% still seems to work. So.
I
Do
a
about
single car would work.
20%.
I only ever do the first and the last one, just like in case it comes uncoupled in a load.
Your arch bridge is looking pretty solid from here. I don't know what you're bitching about.
Is it the excessive groundworks that makes it look so solid?
No, it looks nice. The arch itself looks nice.
From a
It's
distance,
very
not
smooth
close
and
up.
Continuous.
It does not
From
look
the
that.
distance, one would view a bridge, you asshat. Like, oh no. I can tell that the Z randomization is affecting the placement of the bridge. Fuck off. What
There's
at
no
what
Z
distance?
randomization on BridgeWorks.
At what-
You'd know
at
that if you're a
what-
developer.
I know. At what
Bruh.
distance do you look at a bridge and see the distance?
Well, I'm like
differences
inside
in
the
thing?
bridge, working on the
When you're running
girders,
over the
so
bridge.
It looks great from the distance. You'll be able to see it, Nick. It really does.
I can see it on the stream. I really do like how it's turning out.
Yeah, I'm sure from up close you'll see all the little nitty pitty details, but keep being worried about those and it'll look great by the time you're actually done with it.
So
I can see they just like they begin close together and then they diverge slightly here as I'm like running over the bridge from where you'll be running trains.
we do need to come up with a name for this bridge. I'm voting for something lag-based because this is going to have more splines than the map total.
I vote for the big fuck off bridge.
Well, you know that is.
Well, we're
it's pretty
trying to keep
solid.
it YouTube friendly, right? I haven't been saying anything about your language from any of you, but like,
True, you have been
Yeah.
quite kind to the language censoring this go around, but so's YouTube. But anyway,
I was gonna say, I was like, oh, okay, we're cussing
I
now,
can
all
think
right.
of a good name for the bridge. Call it the
You-
benchmark.
YouTube only cares for the first 30 seconds, and then as long as you're not saying any hard things, they don't care.
I must agree with Pharma. I do like the name of the benchmark.
The benchmark is pretty good. Yeah.
Mm.
The bench.
Everyone in chat is saying that the bridge is beautiful, Mick. So,
Thank you, chat. I've only spent the entire stream working on this.
well, good things take time. Anyways,
You
we
gotta let
ready
me
for a
know when
save?
you guys stream it.
Not
Yeah, ready
quite.
for save.
I'm like almost to the end of this curve, and I want to finish this curve. I can place in the groundworks later, but I need like 2 more bits.
All right.
Oh,
well,
yes.
Well, you know, Mick,
For-
if you actually do like a mid-week stream this week, then you might be able to finish the bridge before we start
True.
streaming next week.
You could stream the bridge, and people would want to see the stream bridge. In which case, you should check out Mickey's channel in the description.
Woo!
But for now, we
Clout.
are finishing up this stream. We will we'll save later when Mick's finished with his chunk of the bridge. But for the stream, we're gonna
If you
end
want
tonight.
Blender
so
stuff, you can come to my place.
if you want Blender stuff, come to Teller CDL's channel. Come, we'll get some links going on at some point from that. When
Yeah,
we
I'll-
start doing that, we'll announce it.
I
so-
should be around a little bit more now with more time off, so you'll probably see me in the stream, stuff like that.
Hooray! Yes,
And
good,
more
good
models.
things. We like these things. So, anyways,
Yes.
thanks so much for watching, guys. We appreciate you, and we'll see y'all next time. Take it easy.
Bye.
So yeah.
Bye.
Alright, we're off stream. Say your cunts. Say your pisses.
Fuck, shit, cunt.
Alright, now I'm
Oh,
gonna go
wait,
pee.
sorry, we should have confirmed with Mickler that he stopped streaming.